This heifer here, I repotted her. And you see her? Now this is the same phal that I use as my profile picture. Honey, you can't even tell this is the same plant, darling. Honey, she is going through, honey. She is going through. She has been through. So, can we repot a Phalaenopsis orchid while she is in bloom? You see this? This is despicable. This is absurd. But it's a learning experience. This is roots that I don't want. I don't need. So we are going to have to do a whole new shindig with her all by herself. So Orchids for Dummies, people do not know. People need to get the message out there because I have not seen that one orchid channel tell me, hey, they're putting dye into these plants to get you to buy them, girl, honey. That's the tea. So I want to each one teach one. So when you're out and you're purchasing your Phalaenopsis from the grocery store, predominantly is where you're going to find your Phalaenopsis that has some dye injected into it. So with that being said, if you see this pot, run, darling, run! Honey, this pot is not, honey, this pot is the mark of the beast, honey. They got all this pretty little stuff, designs, but this is the mark of the beast, honey. Let me let you see, honey. Let me let you see, honey. I did not know. So when you're purchasing your Phalaenopsis orchid, and you see this right here, this is the injection site where they when they put the dye into the stem of the plant. So while this stem was still in development before she started to bud, they injected this dye. So you have 2 nodes, and then they injected the dye. So it grew. That's another node. It grew, and it just grew all into the plant. The plant, honey, she gone, honey. Because after they told me she was living fraudulent, I repotted her. I thought I did everything that I needed to do, but I definitely did not give her any attention, any TLC, honey. My mom said she wants the plant, which would be her 3rd orchid from me. I would love to give it to someone else so we could do those little videos on what real people do wrong. But I am going to repot her yet again before I give her to my mom because I'm seeing so many dead roots in this pot. And I have no idea what's the tease. What's the tease? Why would she do that to me? I mean, girl, your pot look like a pot of death, honey. Girl, not pot look, honey. Girl, pot death, honey. I don't know, honey. So I'm going to take her out. We're going to see what's going on with these roots. We're going to clip them off. If need be, put her in a smaller pot. I'm going to take one of these stems off to propagate it. In another video. What is propagation, honey? I already told you, darling. Propagation is when you want to get one plant from another plant, honey. Stay tuned. When I first started out, even though I'm just starting out, but I had the intentions on keeping it short, sweet, and simple. But it seems like my longer videos do a little bit better than my shorter videos. I don't know, but my subscribers that I have now, I really value your opinion, and I thank you so much for spending time with me. And I value your opinion. Girl, it's roots in the pot, honey, that didn't even come out. Do you see that root down there? Honey, where is the tea? Oh my God. And that's the smell that they was talking about. Everybody always tell me, you got a funny, ooh, wee, honey. Honey. Oh, honey, we gonna get the gloves and be right back, darling. Just thought about this. It is a major difference in one thing that I did with the rest of my orchids because I knew I did not have any intentions on keeping this fowl after I found out she was living fraudulent. What I decided to do was repot her in the same pot. Now, I did wash out the pot. I did wash out the pot, but as you can see, there's no holes on the side of the pot. It is, however, drainage holes on the bottom. And you guys who I asked the question to, my fowl pals, you see all of this color on my moss? This is coming from the stake. I am going to use an educated guess and say that I don't think that this is good for the plant. However, until I have someone say, hey, this is going to do X, Y, and Z, then I'm going to have to keep using these stakes. But look at this, just death. And this is new media. The only thing that I could think, I mean, like I said, I did say it was sitting under the air conditioning, but for all the roots to die like this, the only thing different that I did, other than putting it by their, putting it under the AC, having it by the air freshener, and putting it back into the pot that doesn't have any ventilation holes on the side of it, such as my other pots. I mean, it's highly ventilated. So please, guys, please help me out. Let me know what, please help me, honey. Help me. Help me. Because what if this had happened to my orchids that I love? I would be dead, honey. I would be honest. Y'all don't understand. These orchids are serious to me. I'm not doing this for a quick buck. I'm not doing this to get famous on YouTube, honey. I'm doing this because I have a passion for these orchids, not her. No lie, not her. But I have a passion for these orchids. Ask my husband, darling. He has caught me in the bed laying down, holding my orchid, honey. These are my pets. If I want to plant, honey, my pothos, that's a plant. I got plants. Honey, I wanted a pet. My husband wouldn't let me he wouldn't let me get a cat, dog, fish. He wouldn't let me get anything. The plant was the only thing that he would compromise to let me get, and he still complained about it. So y'all have to help me because this could have easily been my baby. And I would be devastated. Yes, and see, I told y'all I do not like touching all this foolishness, honey. It's scary, honey. It's scary. Yeah, I bite my nails, honey. I just repotted this. I just repotted this. I don't know if this the orchid for my how to repot a Phalaenopsis or not, but I just repotted this. And I mean it, girl, girl, what is the tea? Somebody help me, honey. Each one teach one. You got what in the world? All of this is dead. I would not have left all this in the pot. Oh my God. So fowl pals, like I said, I did leave her sitting under the AC, and she was inhaling some perfume. But what could have caused her to lose pretty much all of her roots like this in such a short amount of time? I'm really thinking it has something to do with that dye, honey. Mystique orchids, honey. These are the orchids where they say just add ice, honey. Do not listen to them. Do not listen to them. They do not want you to they do not want you to have a healthy orchid. Girl, is you alive? Nope, you dead too. Where is the tea? I'm cutting everything, honey. I mean, everything dead. Please, guys, help me. Each one teach one. Please let me know what's the tea. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. I mean, she does have about 5 good roots still left. As you can see, this right here, this is dye coming all out of the roots. The reason why the leaf is so foolish looking is because that dye got all into the leaves. They put too much dye into it. So this is what I'm left with. I'm going to spray it with hydrogen peroxide, and I'm just going to let it sit out right now, and hopefully post this video real quick, and you guys can let me know what I should do, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, Phal Pals. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, darling. Ring the bell on me. What do you mean when you say ring the bell? Okay, welcome back, Phal Pals. As I was taking the stakes off of the plant, I noticed that it was still a dead root. And honey, next thing I know, I just pulled it off, and I guess that the velamen came off, and I'm assuming this is the root. But I've never seen a root this stiff. It is definitely coming out of the plant. Each one teach one. Guys, if you know what this is, please let me know, honey. Let me know, honey. This is Orchids for Dummies. This is not Miss Orchids, girl. I keep trying to tell you, honey. If you want to know about monopodials, epiphyllix, you want to know all that stuff, call Miss Orchid, girl, honey. Danny will let you know. If you can't get Danny, honey, I got Maria, honey. I got Jacqueline. I got Amy, I got Rick L. I got all of them on speed dial, honey. Call them. Someone call 911. I don't know what the T is. Someone help me. That's all I'm trying to say. This Orchids for Dummies. We in this together, you guys. We're in here together. As I learn, you learn. What I don't know, you guys help me out with. That is what this channel is all about, my dear. And speaking of, let's be real, let's take a moment out. I have a dear Phal Pal, Rick L. Many of you know Rick L. He's from Alabama. I'm in Alabama. We both have the accent going on. He's a lot more quiet and kept and humble, such a nice guy. He's one of the first people that put us on to using magnesium sulfate, Epsom salt. He's one of the first people that is that shows us how important it is for us to get rainwater. I mean, we all have grown to love Rick L. Orchids. Right now, his wife, I'm assuming that I'm at liberty to say, because it's also on his video, I'll leave a link to that video in the description box. But his wife, she is ill right now. She's battling cancer. She's a cancer survivor, but it has come back. I'm not going to go into the details. You guys know how cancer is and what cancer does. So I just want to be open and honest and solicit all of the prayer warriors, all of my dear Phal Pals, to just send prayers and well wishes his way. Even if you don't believe in God and you don't want to pray, just send a message to him saying, hey, Rick L., we saw on Orchids for Dummies that you were in distress, and we just wanted to check up on you. We wanted to make sure that we, you know, that we are still your subscribers. We're still here for you. You go ahead and take time out to take care of your wife, and we'll be right here holding it down for you. So we love Rick L. Guys, please go and visit his page and send him some well wishes. And with that being said, that's all, Phal Pals. Until next time.